Line.
Tip,
What?
it's in his butt.
Alright, time to
Get
go.
away
For my favorite stream now.
What is it with everyone in my butt recently?
Recently,
Oh, I guess it's just slightly more privy to it. You guys
Dude,
talk about it a lot more.
you fucking double caked up on a Tuesday for no reason is why.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do be like that.
I'm an okay looking fella.
I'd fuck you.
So the terrifying thing is I have the Twitch up and
Bro.
Discord, and it's getting everything double.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hearing double caked up on a
Mute the
Tuesday,
tab,
double caked
you
up on a
fucking
Tuesday.
heathen.
He's so
You know
cute.
what?
Yeah. I'm
Don't mute the stream, mute the tab.
Husband is apparently
Yeah.
caged
No, just
up.
mute Discord.
Hell yeah.
Like the source.
I'm winning on
Added
all accounts.
Caption.
Just mute the Discord.
Playing everything on a 30-second delay.
I've got
Uh-huh.
to mute the stream though because I can't talk and concentrate. On
I literally
what I'm
busted
saying
out
when
a
I hear
second
myself.
laptop to do the stream twice.
That's view botting. You shouldn't admit that. Stop it
Yeah.
immediately.
I won't admit to anything.
Bitch, you've already
I'm pretty sure that if I minimize the window, it doesn't count as a view. anyway.
minimize my fucking balls, dude.
No, the
You already did that,
minimizing is
Dom.
okay. If you mute it, it doesn't count.
So if I mute the tab, it's a problem.
Right. So
No,
normally when I
fucking
have
A,
somebody
dog.
on the secondary, I'll just put it on like 1%.
So I
thought
just
it's only if you mute the stream.
mute
not
the
the
Discord.
Oop. Alright, well, Rob.
We get to
All
do a super cool dinner with Alex's parents.
Hey, they're pretty fucking cool people.
I'm
Good
very
morning,
scared of
mister.
your dad. And then we
Same.
can get back to the demon mystery. Yes.
The list?
The list.
And the
I'm
murder
on
mystery.
the list.
God,
Yeah.
this woman and her lists.
Patrick,
So-
the list.
The last time we left y'all, you guys were in the great port city of Gateway.
Mhm.
You've met the Burtons, at least 3/4 of the whole family. Oh, technically you met Alex, so that's 4/5.
Eh.
Wait, Uncle Ben. Damn, the fractions keep getting bigger.
5/5.
5/6.
Let's see if I can find all the pictures.
You are all invited on this very day, which, if I do recall, is the 14th of Chiro, 1573.
Write that down.
For everybody
Yeah.
who's still not tracking, Chiro is the 5th month of the year. You guys are in the last month of spring.
It only took us almost a year. We've made it.
We've been busy.
Yeah, we have been busy.
Yeah, you guys have been in game for 2 years and some change.
I'm
Julie.
slower in game or out of game than in game.
It's almost even. So Adam had to run off to go pay his dues at his carpenter guild in Gateway. You all went to go check in on the case that you all were a part of, or not, persons of interest, we'll say. And you took the deputy and you went and checked out the crime scene for yourself because the case has gone cold in exactly the 2 years that you guys haven't been back to Gateway. Not to mention your last time you were there, nothing happened and everything checked out, and you guys have been cleared according to the case. So you all went and checked out the shop and definitely detected presence of demon work. And then you left. Otherwise, across town, a certain artificer was given just a shy amount of wood, pays dues. He's also getting tested in his proficiencies to make sure that he still can be a member of the guild because he hasn't been here for over 2 years. He rolled
Hey now.
13. And as he begins the woodwork, he has to make a rocking horse. And as he comes to find out, he has just shy of enough materials to do this rocking horse. So he's going to have to get creative. On a 13, he's going to have to either make some parts whole pieces or really work out the joinery, and he's got no room for error.
Fuck. Totally fucked.
You do woodworking?
Yes. It's actually why everything is super nice in my house. All of the woodworking, remember how he kept saying that the woodworking is so nice, but there's like
Mhm,
copper fixture. That's me.
I've never heard this.
You were not paying attention.
Yeah,
How dare you call me out in such a manner?
Because I recall these things.
Alright, list lady.
The list.
Alex Burton,
List
throw
these
me a
all.
D6.
I'll do it. I'll do the best damn D6 ever. I done did it.
Because you've noticed that you have not enough materials and you don't want to fuck up, you skimp on the face and the main details. You get a rough, horribly rendered horse face on a wooden rocking horse.
Huh.
Just like my first girlfriend.
Oh God.
What the
Horribly
fuck?
rendered horse face.
That's
Huh.
mean.
But it is untrue.
Guild mentor comes back as you're putting on the finishing touches. He goes, "Oh, skimped on the horse. It's gonna be a little hard to sell, but yeah, the kid's not gonna care. Well, still qualified.
Oh, thank goodness.
Fantastic. I paid my dues. All of them.
As he's helping you clean up, he points to your hand. He goes, pretty interesting to work with a metal glove, though. I think maybe that hindered you a little bit.
No, I don't necessarily think so. I think that I've been so preoccupied with other things while aboard a ship, I haven't put the chisel and saw to some wood recently. But this has let me know how much I've slid back in my capabilities, and I'll be making time every day for this now.
A younger man runs over with a broom who was sweeping sawdust earlier, runs up to your guild mentor person here, and you hear him whisper. He says, Mr. Farstrider's approaching. And you just see this mentee like do it kind of like a head in his hands, furls, scrunches up his eyes, just like, frustrated that he just heard who's coming. He goes, all right, let him in. And the kid goes, no, he's on his way. And as you both look up, you see this very confident halfling rocking down through this guild, your Carpenter's Guild.
Who's that? Oh,
Hey, yo, Fat Tony.
You see this Farstrider
What's
strolls
okay?
up to your
welcome to-
mentee and says, what's going on, Jean? You got my package for my boss today? Jean nods his head and goes, how are we doing today, Anthony? Yep, got it sitting over on the desk. If you would just come this way. All right. Anthony turns, he takes a look at you and looks up and down. He goes, says to Jean, he goes, who's the new kid with the metal working glove? And Jean turns around and goes, oh, this is one of our members who's been at seas for a while. This is Alex. He was just recertifying. Anthony looks at you, Alex. He goes, new kid, put it there, as he extends his hand.
Firm handshake.
Pretty good handshake. Where you been, Alex? I haven't seen you around here. How long you been a member of the Carpenters Guild?
Oh, God, years. I was barely a teenager when I joined. But I've been at sea for 2 years. So, been a while.
Oh, he looks over at Jean. He goes, oh, is this the kid that left on the Herfalo? And Jean goes, yes, the very ship. I thought he was going for woodworking at seas and carpentry out there, but supposedly, according to his testimony, he has got to do little to none. And you see the halfling look back over at your horse and goes, I mean, it's rudimentary at best, but it'll sell.
Well, masts are rudimentary at best, and they will sail. And that's about the extent of my carpentry at sea.
Got
What
that
else
big
you do at
mast energy.
there. What else you do at sea there, Alex?
Repair the ship, weather the storms, explore new places, and just try to stay out of the war. It's been wild. The seas are crazy. Pirates are one thing, but this godforsaken war is just really putting a damper on the mood.
No kidding, kid. All right. Jean, what's going on with that package? And you see Jean has already showed up. He's got like a paper wrapped box with twine around it, and he hands it off. Anthony takes it, shoves it into one of his many belt pockets that it envelops the whole package and just disappears. He goes, all right. Be seeing you next week, Jean. Kid, Stay sharp, stay dry. And he walks out.
I like that. Stay dry.
I just nod. If I'm recertified, I'll pay my dues and roll out.
All right. When you roll out, you hear a whistle, like over here whistle, and you can tell it's like pointed right at you.
Oh, I respond to that shit.
You see Anthony leaning up against the fence line of 2 buildings over, talking to some people. And he goes, "Hey, kid, come over here."
He's outside though. Like he's outside of the.
Yeah,
guild?
he's outside. It's when you leave the guild.
Ah, little shit. He knows. I head on over.
As you head over, he like gives goodbye to the people at this building, which is not a guild hall. Your guild hall is like where the guilds are. It's like mixed residential. So the people go inside, but he still leans against their fence as you come over, and he goes, "You're the Barton kid, aren't you?"
One of them. Yeah.
Ah. So the Herflow, wasn't that old Captain Herrick's ship, the Bronze Dragonborn?
Yeah, but it's been a while since I've been on it.
Whatever happened to that old crusty, scaled up captain?
Couldn't tell you. He went on his way.
Oh, retired. Must be nice. Who's sailing the Herflow now?
Truth? Oh my god, if my memory serves me, it's at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, that's a damn shame, kid.
No, well, not necessarily. New crew took over, gifted the Herflow, did a little bit of privateering, acquired a couple different ships, sank a couple different ships, created a new, headpiece, and I can't remember what the name of the object is at the bow.
He points at your metal hand. He goes, "That glove, I bet it doesn't come off, does it? Is that one of those new prosthetic things?"
Yeah, it's one of those.
You see him kind of like look up and down the street. He goes, "All right, well, kid, if you ever need a job, if you're interested in any kind of work, I maybe have something for you. Look me up. I'll be over at the butcher shop between the Deargunnian district and the Cran district. Ask for Fat Tony."
All right, so skip the bullshit. I'm interested. How long are you going to be in town? Because, what's your normal time to be over there?
I'm in town all my life, kid.
All right, 5 p.m. sound good tomorrow?
I don't know what a PM is, but I can see you at 5.
Yeah, near dusk.
All right. See you then, kid.
All right, guy.
Yeah. He kind of gives you like that side pat on the arm as he just parts from the fence he was leaning on and walks the other way.
And I roll it.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town, in the Deargunnian Merchant District, between nearest to the Warehouse District, you all are outside the magic shop after just investigating it. You're sitting there with the Furblog detective. He's locking the place up. He looks over to Slate and Primrose, and he's all like, "Is this everything you needed, or would you like to see some more?"
We've got to make it to dinner, but Slate, Commodore, when are we able to pop back in? Is this a tomorrow morning fresh kind of
No,
thing?
I think tonight should be the
You want to do
time.
it at night?
Well, if anyone's going to be skulking, it's going to be me.
Classic.
Yeah, that's your job.
As you,
Okay.
as you say this in front of
Skullduggery.
the deputy, he kind of looks at you and goes, "Now, who do you think would be skulking
Right.
outside a 2-year-old crime scene?"
Kind of what we're here to find out, right?
He shrugs. "All right."
I love the furbolgs. I love their slow talking. It pisses off everybody else, but I like it.
Great day. As he departs.
Okay, now for a very awkward dinner. Very nervous.
Really? You think it's gonna be awkward?
At least for me and Bertram, since Mr. Burton seems to be very low-key racist.
Racist.
I think
He's
it's
trying to
because
hide
you're-
it at least, but
Nationality
like
that he
I'm
is.
it's very
Isn't-
obvious.
Well, you're from Deer Gun and you're on the
I am,
opposite.
but I have
Bro,
these stupid fucking pointy ass ears that have always gotten
Right.
me in trouble.
Okay. Well, first, let me finish. Second, I think it's because you're from Deer Gun, who is on the opposite side of the war from his home nation.
He is Durgunian.
Oh.
I look like I'm from Crayon.
Oh, well, that's probably it then.
Yes,
That's-
I know.
that's what she
Hence why
said.
I said that
No,
me
I
and
don't think it
Bertram
has
are having a
anything to do
trouble.
with her being a half elf or an elf. Like, I think it's purely because of the war. Tell you what, I'll fucking ask him.
Let's not.
No.
You
He's
can't stop
already
me.
apparently very anti-Nether, which is crazy because every time we've gone to Nether, it's been fantastic. The Meresians I can understand being iffy about because they're assholes every time we go visit, but still.
Everyone has their opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna be as awkward for me because I'm also, an Empire guy.
But he doesn't know that.
Sure.
Not
but
yet.
I haven't told him yet.
Oh,
He's gonna
it's
now.
gonna be a weird dinner. Okay, let's go.
I mean, I don't have to say anything about it. That's the
But
thing.
will
like,
you? But will you?
We'll stop
At
making
some
it
point.
fucking weird then.
If he
Yeah, it's
fucking
just-
presses me about it, maybe.
Well, apparently Mrs. Burton doesn't want Mr. Burton to know that his own son is an ONE of the Netherian Empire. Apparently he's very anti-Empire. So maybe not a great idea to mention that you are an Empire
Right.
man.
Well, look. We'll see
Okay,
where the
we're
night
looking-
takes us.
He already seems to like you because he offered you and the Commodore, out of at least a good amount of respect, his fancy alcohol, so that's good.
Offered it to you too.
No, that look was just to you two, not to the
Well,
lessers.
I don't know about that.
It was very specifically to
It was
you
very
and
specific.
I think that may have something to do with rank then.
He also has
Yes.
never
100%.
seen my face.
You might
He
be
also
right.
I'm
didn't
hoping
ask.
it's a
Look,
rank
you're
thing and not a
I'm
looks
saying I don't
thing.
have enough information to make a definitive answer.
Well,
And I can
we'll
tell you-
learn quite a lot then during dinner.
Cool. Let's fucking do it.
Okay, I'm gonna
What are
need
y'all
alcohol
wearing?
in your life.
I'm wearing my refinery.
I have to dress up for this, but like, do I think I have a Durgunian dress. Let me see.
Yeah, you
Are
bought a
any dresses you
Durgunian
wear
dress
Durgunian
in New Winfield.
I know I have a Netherian dress, but he would probably shoot me before I got into his house. So let me. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a fine
fucking
Durgunian
let
dress.
him.
I go change. I go get.
You're giving the man a lot of credit to assume he knows fashion.
Yeah, but I already got the look from Mrs. Burton about the colors that I was wearing in my regular attire just because it has green on it. All right, I'm going to get my Durgunian dress.
I'm wearing my regular fucking clothes.
Yep.
I got home before everybody else, and I changed
Good.
into some nice shit.
Nerd.
Oh, Alex, you've gone inside your room. Give me a perceptions check.
Oh, fucking my little shit ass brother.
Also, I suppose if it's colors, it's black and gold.
Alex, obviously somebody's been in your room, but not just clean. You notice that your piggy bank is gone. You notice that your favorite pillow is gone. Now you have the deflated pillow, the one that usually you slept with between your knees. You also notice that the floorboard where you held your secret treasures, your childhood trinkets, has also been loosened beyond all repair, and there's only half the trinkets in there, including a little note left by somebody that said, "Found your stash, signed, B."
Fucking bitch.
Signed B?
Yeah, Betsy.
She's gonna smoke all your weed.
I'm sure she fucking did. That makes sense. I know she misses me. The pillow makes sense. The piggy bank was probably my brother. The secret stash was Betsy. Little bastards.
As you comes down, wow, words. As you come down the stairs, you can smell the kitchen is in full go. Aromas galore. You can even feel the warmth basking from that area. What do you want to do before the rest of the party arrives?
Just ask my mom if she needs any help in the kitchen. With food preparation,
Perfect.
setting the table. Anything.
You have fallen into my trap. One of the classic blunders. Talk to your mother.
Okay. Jeez.
As you walk into the kitchen, she is in there, aided, unassisted by all her little helping homunculus and her helping hand, mage hand, Bigsby's hand, helping her put on this little meal. She turns to you and goes, "Oh, good, you're home." As you see her pull up the butter spreader from its nice, cold, iced soapstone holder, she holds the middle in two hands as to not touch the spreader part, and she grabs you by the arm, pulls you close, and holds the handle to your cheek. Now, this is cold. This is so cold that the immediate pain you feel is it's about to adhere to your skin. What do?
I let go with my flesh hand and I hold it with my metal hand.
Cool. Well, she's going to press this into your cheek, and she goes, and she looks at you with those eyes. If anybody needs any reminder, she looks at you with those eyes, into your eyes, looking into your soul, and she goes, "You tell me what God touched you and which God you're in service for. I will not have a son be a warlock."
I am not a warlock. I can say that with complete confidence as I look my mother in the eyes. And I serve the same God I have always served.
Oh, she knows.
And
I'll
I
hear
don't-
that name.
You're killing me, Rob. I gotta look it up.
I didn't make a player's guide to be ignored.
Ah! It's in there somewhere. I know it's in there.
Baphomet.
No,
Oh, God.
God.
Tiamat.
Tia thought.
Shannon also trying to scroll for the gods.
No, it's the he got touched by tentacles. Remember?
Josh, I'm not telling her I got touched by tentacles.
Well, I don't know what you're gonna tell her.
I'm gonna tell her that I serve the God I've always served. Which I'm
You
pulling
know,
up the players
She
that no.
know the
knows.
one.
She knows your lie. A
Mm.
mother knows.
Don't call
Two campaign where it's fucking Adam lies to his party.
Hey now.
You're an
You're an
all-star.
all-star. Got him.
Hey.
Got him.
Oh,
La, 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 la.
cells.
Which one?
You know
Oh
the
my God, I'm trying. I'm reading real fast. Sorry.
Adam's mom's kind of hot. Is it, or is that just me?
She is very pretty and elegant.
Not what I said.
That's not what she said, but I'm agreeing with you, but putting more detail. Where?
nicer words on it.
Shannon, I put it in chat where you want to look.
All I see is farted on a lot.
No,
I'm
it's-
sorry, your stream chat.
Okay.
See, this part is-
Heard it on a lot.
Oh, okay, I found it.
Oh, we're fucking idiots.
It's the
Yes.
god, the deity Eolas.
She takes the very cold
Nah, she fucking
handle
knows.
of the butter spreader off your cheek, and she deposits it back in the soapstone holder while it sits in the open ivory ice back. And she goes, "Then what an unholy name has bestowed a gift upon you, and why were you so foolish to accept?"
That's not a nice thing to say.
Except is not what happened.
Okay. What are you talking about? You gotta be crazy. What are you?
Oh, the gaslighting begins.
Classic.
Wasn't Elder Brain, but the name.
I don't think I accepted a gift from anybody. Maybe, but
No, you
Tap.
fucking did, you fucking liar.
Gatekeep
Come
guys like girl
Yes!
boss. Go.
Yagi! Yag
Can't do
Satoth.
nothing.
Yagi! How dare you lie to your mother?
She looks at
You
you.
leave me alone.
She goes, Alexander,
Ooh.
there's
Oh, you're in
nothing
trouble.
Just
you
remember,
can
you've
get
killed
by
people.
me.
You don't have to be afraid of it.
So is his mother.
There's nothing you can't get by me. I have seen the extent of magic, and I have practiced all sorts of things with the weave. And I know, by just a look in the eye, when someone has had a conversation and an exchange with an otherworldly being. Now you tell me
Tell her.
what happened.
All right. So what had happened was we were investigating this creepy old house, and there were children who had been mind controlled and enslaved. And we tracked them underground, and they were mining out some kind of a ruin. And we found out that there was something in the house that had controlled them, some kind of a hive mind. So we went into the house, and we were confronted with some kind of eldritch horror from a different plane of existence. And we talked to it for a little bit, and it just wanted to get home. And so during that time, I had a conversation with it, touched my mind, and I was able to understand where it was from and its true, genuine intent to just get home. So we facilitated that. And in compensation, I was gifted senior studies in knowledge of the artificer arts.
You see her go, oh, like in a disappointed, but also in like frustrated kind of sense now. What was the entity's name? She looks back at you and says,
Janet. What was his name?
Yag Sothoth.
Yogg-Sothoth.
you see her give you like the quick eyes of like, as if you just told her you tried drugs at a party. And she's just like, you communicated with an elder being older than what we believe the universe to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, unintentionally, without knowledge.
Would
It-
disprove your entire fucking.
You. He offered the gift, and you were like, hell yeah.
All right, so like hand on my head, like we did the favor first and then it offered the gift. It's not like it said, "Hey, do this."
You
for
could
me.
have said no.
It didn't ask for any more payment.
We will
Accept
talk
your
about
fucking
this.
sanity.
Your mother stands up straight, composes herself, and then she says in the most calmest voice, "We will talk about this later." As suddenly the
about this
back
in the
door
car.
opens with a little bell that she put above it, and your sister walks in.
Oh, goody.
Betsy, and I run over and I give her a big hug.
She's immediately shocked and surprised. She's, Alex, where have you been? You have been gone longer than a goldfish age.
Yeah, but
What
not
the
gone
hell?
long enough to understand that you went and fucking stole my shit, you little twat waffle.
That's when your mother leans over. Stole what from where? And Betsy just looks at you with like, and she's like, nothing. He's just kidding. And she like drives an elbow into you as she like swings around and grabs a bun from off the table.
Do you have a picture of this one?
Yeah,
You stole my meth.
I do. When you guys see her, you'll get it.
Ah.
Got him.
Oh, that's not what it was. Press the buttons. Want to see his family.
All right, well, help me and Mom set the table.
Oh, are we having dinner?
Yeah, my captain, Commodore, crew are all coming over for dinner. Well, not the whole crew, but like just the officers. They're coming over for
Squad
dinner.
turning up.
She looks back at you and she goes, "What? We have officers showing up?" And she's got this like excited face now.
Yeah,
Wait
none
a
of them are
minute.
suitors, and chill the fuck out.
Wait a minute. What do we have here?
She
this-
takes the
Do
half-eaten.
not fucking start with this shit.
She takes the half-eaten roll and throws it at you. She's like, "That's not what I mean, you pig."
Yeah, whatever. You're just looking for an excuse to get out of the house.
So what if I am? In which place your mother goes, and you're not until you finish university. Now go and change. I'm sure you want to do your hair. Pull out the nice ribbon. These are privateers, but they're very serious gentlemen.
Very
I look at all of us.
Very
Alex.
serious.
Go set the dining room table.
Yes, ma'am.
As you're moving from where you have the dining sets set and to the one dining room that's off the kitchen, it's about this time where the party shows up at the front door.
Yay.
Yo,
What up?
Hey, girl. Hey, what that moof do?
I knocked on the door.
Alex, you hear a knock as you hear your father's voice from his study. Alex, go get that.
Your
See who
friends
it
are
is?
here.
Soup's
On the way,
done.
sir.
As you walk by, you see your brother in the sitting room still. You see him like flipping through a book. And he kind of like watches you in the
I
hall.
flip him off.
Jesus.
Your dad?
He throws
No,
you an
Thomas.
obscene gesture too, but you don't understand it.
It's
I,
too
just- I
hip.
give him the look of like, what the fucking slang or term Urban Dictionary bullshit is this?
As you open the door and your crew is there in front of you, everybody
Yay.
you see Alex Burton in his nice clothes.
Hey, you survived.
Wow.
So
look at
far.
This guy.
Yeah, because I haven't talked to my dad since you guys were here.
Handsome man.
Oh, hello, Bergstrom. Why, hello, sir.
So dumb.
You want
Welcome
the
to my
meats?
home.
Alex, your family is so handsome. What happened?
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
not
mean.
nice.
our friend is also very handsome.
Be
Adam,
careful. If
yeah.
you're not nice, he won't give you limes.
Bitch, I
Yeah.
grow my own limes.
Biggest threat he's had to date?
I'll cut off your
has been
Bye.
fucking pedantic up until now. You come into my ship, threaten my lives, and expect no recourse?
I'm on the other ship.
Jesus.
This day of my daughter's wedding?
This will not go unpunished.
The day of my limes growing.
All right, y'all. Well, welcome to my house, and you're gonna meet my little sister Betsy. Just don't fall for her bullshit, please. She's so immature.
Are we expecting pranks or something? Is it going to be that
No.
kind of dinner?
No,
Called your
is
sister?
on his best behavior.
No.
Your mom and dad are very prim and proper. I don't expect.
No, you're prim.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, baby. Yeah. So parents are, on the level.
Are we
Thomas.
expecting, like, young teenage pranks, or, like, is she just weird?
Yeah. How
She's
old
just-
is Betsy?
She's just fucking weird. She's a teenager. She's a baby. She's younger than Thomas, but like not of age yet.
Was like, we thinking
Ew.
spicy peppers in the food, or are we talking like
No,
whoopee cushions?
nobody's fucking anticipating.
Are we talking
pranks.
credit card fraud?
Oh
Mm.
my god!
Ha! Joke's on you. I've stolen your life. Ah.
Just mild
You know what a
kleptomania.
sugar baby is.
It
Alright,
was a
well.
weird thing to say about an introduction.
My
Especially
little
if your
sister's
sister.
wild. She's a goober. Just ignore her. Like nobody's gonna pull any pranks because my parents are both here.
God.
Noted.
Allegedly.
All right, come in.
Allegedly. All right, come in. It's great.
We've
Okay,
been
well-
at the door this whole time.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you guys like the pre-brief.
Adam, I am in the foyer.
Not the fouya.
Back in this lovely abode.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah,
fast
bidet.
forward.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
George eventually comes out of his office. He offers both Slate and Mask a drink.
See?
Like this guy.
Fucking told you.
Yeah, same as always. I'll fucking
Just
take it. But with
The
the
captain.
Pocket lime.
He goes very well. He mentions
I'll
over to
bring
Alex. He's like,
lime.
show them where the dining room is. Thomas! And Thomas appears within like a second behind his father's shoulder, like, right here, Dad. He goes, good. We're about to sit down for dinner. Go see if your mother needs any help. Yeah, Dad. And Thomas disappears through the one door.
You fucking nerd.
Oh.
You say that?
No, I don't. No, I don't fucking say that.
He's
says that
thinking
with
it.
I'm thinking it.
You all hear quick little footsteps down the stairs, and the door opens up. As you guys are all kind of deciding where to sit, letting George take a seat at the head of the table, The door opens up, and then you all finally meet. Betsy.
Oh, Betsy Burton.
You can't fucking
Well,
make her
hang
look
on.
like that. Jesus
Hang
Christ.
on.
Sorry, that's a joke.
Betsy Burton.
Hold on, I gotta mute my microphone for a minute.
Yeah, she looks like her mom.
You said her mom was hot.
Well, her mom is like 40.
Her mom is hot.
That's your.
Are y'all being creepy? Because you guys said that she was young teens.
Yeah, no, I'm
No,
saying
she-
she looks like her mother, and then you said her mom
Oh,
looks
no,
hot.
Shannon, this ain't nothing compared to the bullshit I have to deal with in the in-person table. Because yet again, I play a character who has a little sister, and every horny little shitbag at the table wants to fuck my little sister.
That's grody.
Your fault.
You
That
do
was
that.
then my fault.
That was
You
George!
killed-
George
Yeah.
spreads out his big ass hand and he waves over to his daughter and he goes,
wanna see
Commodore
if she
Master
looks
Captain
like-
Slate, allow me to introduce my daughter. This is Betsy Burton. She's in the university as of right now.
I guess the eyes.
First of all, ain't no young kid going to a university, so I think we're safe. Welcome.
I mean,
Greetings.
academy and school are also,
Shannon!
synonyms for that. So maybe
Yeah.
shut the
I
fuck
love
up.
I love cinnamon rolls.
Betsy gives you both a quick nod and a curtsy, and she goes, "Please, you can call me Betty."
Nope.
Is it Beth?
Betty,
Oh,
please.
Miss Burton.
Miss Burton works fine. How do you do? As she looks over at you, Birchthorn.
It's nice to meet you. I'm well, thank you. Nice to meet you, miss.
You as well. I didn't catch your name, sir.
Oh, my name is Bertram, but you can call me Birch.
I will call you Birch. Thanks. Thank you. And then she
Appreciate
looks over at Primrose. She goes, "Hi, I didn't realize Alex was bringing over somebody else. How are you? And I'm sorry for my brother."
Apology accepted. Your brother is quite the handful sometimes, but it is lovely to meet you.
yeah.
My name is Prim.
It's very nice to meet you, Prim.
The
Welcome to our
alternate
home.
sister.
Yes, the Commodore
See,
is correct.
sister.
This is my at-sea sister. Also,
You
Betsy.
You see Betsy and your father look at you with this like, what? Like eyebrow up, and like Betsy's even like turned head like, what?
All right, so Thomas and I obviously have our rivalry, and Betsy is the only person that's kept me like focused and on the straight and narrow. Always called me out on my stuff, and always helped me kind of just be the best me. And for whatever reason, when Prim joined our crew, she kind of just did the same thing, and she's always got my back, and she always watches out for me, and she doesn't ever want anything but the best for me, and for everybody around her. So yeah. Sister
Aw.
on the crew. So yeah, suck it.
Gay.
Betsy leans over to you, Primrose, and says, "If you need something to take the edge off, I've got some of his stash."
Hell
I
yeah.
can't hold in that
Goddamn,
laugh.
She found my fucking
I
weed. She found my
I would
weed.
laugh and just like turn my head and give her a little like half nod. Like,
Chortle.
that's so fucking funny. I like her. I like her already.
Suddenly, Thomas and Martha come through the door. They're both holding large platters of food, and some of the homunculus unseen servants and the hand in Bigsby's hand carry the rest of the platter as they circle around, expertly placed, setting the table. Thomas takes his seat. Martha approaches her chair, and as she does, George stands up, giving you all the kind of proper signal of decorum for you all to rise to allow Martha to sit. And then he sits
Okay.
and everybody else follows suit.
Hmm.
Martha looks around the table and says, "Shall we hold hands and say prayer?"
Yes, absolutely, Mother.
Everybody join hands.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Martha bows her head and says, "O great Sal, looking over all of our lives, ensure that we travel through to our destination. Ensure that whatever we go through of the wickedness of Tonderich's devastating effects, know that we follow in the footsteps of Elas to know what is ahead of us and before us. that when we bring ourselves before Boss, we have led a good and helpful life, and that everything we do contributes to the gifts of Nadur, and that we avoid Kandrak and Fanrach's fight. In all this, Uag, as you protect us, Bronubu, as you provide for us, we thank you all. And in unison, both Thomas, Betsy, George, Martha, and possibly Alex, if you remember, says, to you all. Letting go of hands and raising up, and immediately start grabbing food that's in front of them and starting to rotate plates counterclockwise.
Is Winston here for this dinner?
Winston's absolutely here if he's
Yeah.
if he's stuck with you the whole time.
So he got to hear all that. Wonderful.
All the sacrilege, yeah.
I look
All
at my
the-
friend
all
once
the-
I give him thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh, do you really give Winston the thumbs up?
Yeah, he's my buddy. Like, he's
Alright.
doing great for not skeezing out on these people.
He kind of like gives you a hand of like, yeah, man, it is what it is.
When in Rome.
As he grabs the butter rolls and opens it up and grabs the cold butter spreader and puts the
Buttery.
cream on.
I hold the butter
Oh.
knife to Alex's skin, and I say, okay. I know what you're doing.
While it has butter on it.
Yeah, like, I say, this is what your mom did earlier, right?
We weren't here for that.
I know. It's just funny in my head.
George goes to start up talk with Commodore Mask, and he's first leading question is, so what do you usually haul in your cargo hold? In which Martha looks across the table with a look that everybody can hear and says, George, we're not be discussing business at the table. Your son is home on shore leave. I'm sure there are other things we can talk about.
Hard drugs.
George,
No.
You know, there's one thing
No.
that always seems to get a rise at a good dinner party. Let's talk politics.
No, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
This food is delicious. What am I eating?
There
Rob,
you go.
paint me a food picture.
you are eating roasted pork. You're eating honey rolls. You have an asparagus-like vegetable, except it's like asparagus crossed with sweet peas. So you have the stalks
How do
with
you
the
know?
little peas inside of it, and you eat the whole thing. And yes, your pea will smell in the next couple hours.
That's okay.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
mind.
Hell yeah, brother.
You've got what looks like the texture of yams, but when
Ooh.
you expect the cinnamon, it's actually this very nice sour mint.
Do I not know what that vegetable is? What?
Roll me a d20.
You know what? Rob? I'm gonna roll you a d20.
Wow.
If my internet does not just crash on me.
No.
Oh, wait, it's crashing.
Wait
You
for
rolled
it.
It hates me. Hold on.
Yes, you rolled a
Oh
22.
wait, decline.
No.
Go. Oh wait.
Come on, roll 20. Don't do this to me.
Do it.
I'm in front of my real life computer right now.
Do the thing.
Shannon, I got the same exact pop-ups earlier.
Fucking sea cleaner. Thank you.
I know. It's so obnoxious. It used to be so
All right,
free.
17. Rob.
This is known as a hatcher's root.
Well, I am going to compliment the family on how they prepared the hatcher's root. It is very good.
Very hatchy.
Martha looks over at you with admiration and goes, thank you so kindly, Mr. Birch.
Oh no. Thank you.
Make it
I'm
right.
going to have to. I may pester you for the recipe later.
Oh, certainly, I would love to share. But here's a topic, Georgie. And she looks back to you. She
Georgie!
goes, what sort of things do you eat aboard?
Oh, go ahead, Georgie.
No.
No, she
asking
mentioned
you.
that to George as in like, look, this is the proper question. But she
This
looks
is
at
a
you
real
and asks you the question.
Instead of
What
talking
sort of
about
things do you
fucking
eat on board?
politics, it's
That's
hey,
super
what do you
cool.
eat at sea?
Well, I am so glad you asked. Honestly,
Fish.
whatever we can get our hands on from certain islands, I attempt as best as I can to kind of influence the meals, because hardtack and water can get horribly boring.
Fish and ham.
especially- Yeah. So usually I prepare a fish stew, which is usually like the like go to throughout the day, and then depending on what supplies we have, I
Oh, you're the
basically
cook.
I am. I run the galley. I
Oh.
also uh, do a lot of the mercantile when it comes to like
Mm.
talking. I'm a little bit more softer spoken, I guess, than most privateers.
George
So
peeps up. So you're the quartermaster as well.
yes, yes, I am. I wear a lot of hats.
You
And,
s-
and
you
you know,
see him. You see
Mhm.
George flash this look to Mask and Slate with this like, and he's like, efficiency. Very nice. Was that planned? As he looks to from Mask and Slate to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He seemed to excel at all the roles, so you
Let him run with it.
you give more work to the men who do the stuff,
that is the
and you
most
give
officer
less
thing.
work
We
to
should
those who
have
don't.
piled it on there.
Absolutely the most officer shit.
Uh.
We recognized our one guy who did work, so we gave him all of it.
We recognize our team's strengths and weaknesses, and we capitalize on those strengths and ignore the weaknesses.
Yeah. So that's what I do. If I have the time to cook you guys something before we leave, I'd be more than happy to. Just so you know what Alex is eating on his way out.
How long have you been on service with the Commodore and the Captain here, Mr. George?
So the Commodore, we actually go back several years before he had his own ship. We worked together on a different vessel for a captain. Slate, I met, I think, almost immediately upon the Commodore's assumption of the ship. So it's got to be like two years. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's got to be like 3-ish years, 4 years. Yeah, we've done some stuff together. Very fortunate. Very fortunate. We work well together.
George looks back over to Slate and Mask and goes, "How far west have you made it?"
All the way.
I want to say all the way, but like as far
Eh.
west has been mapped.
Yeah.
Further south, we've gone into unmapped territory south.
Have you made it to Saint Stafford?
Huh.
Yeah, we made it to
don't
the
know.
west. We made it to the fuck's the island called?
The Pearl Chain Islands.
That's
Yeah.
south.
No,
isn't it?
but no, we went to the island that we helped the
With the Sahagan.
Pass alone.
yeah.
I just don't remember how far south we've gone.
We went past Athlone Island to the west
Yes.
Mhm.
Right.
and Foyle.
And we've seen Sula Island.
Uh-huh.
So you've been as far south as possible, but you haven't fully gone all the way through the Pearl Chains, have you?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, we just got to the Sahagan stronghold and then destroyed it and liberated the Pearl Chains from an incursion.
We
Oh
did
yeah,
do
that was when we saved your parents, Bertram.
Yep.
Yeah. My mom and dad got abducted, and they got saved by the crew.
You,
Oh, God.
Martha tries to compose herself. She goes, "Oh, I'm so
Mhm.
sorry to hear of that falling your parents, but you were able to rescue them, so that's were they
Yeah,
okay?"
no, very. Yeah, they're fine now. They're still out on the seas doing what mom and dad do best. They're great.
We're in the
George
sea.
looks over at you. What is it that your parents do to have them caught by? Were they captured by the Sahagan?
Yes. So both my mom and dad are privateers. Mom usually works as a galley's mate or is a cook on a ship. My father usually works as a quartermaster. Kind of where I picked up my stuff.
Ah,
Yeah. And they go where the work is.
very astute. How long have you been in the O'Lane, Blair Bridge?
Oh, my whole life. Yeah, I grew up here.
Oh, first generation O'Lanian.
I am. I don't know
Nice.
anything different.
That is so nice to hear. It's glad to see that this archipelago is being able to build up a brand new budding civilization. And you said your parents were privateers. Who do they largely sail for? As you can almost feel the tension being shot across the table at him from Martha.
Oh well, honestly, as long as they
Oh my
and
God.
I look.
I would like to
I,
interrupt. I would like to
No,
interrupt.
no, no.
Sorry.
I put my hand up because
Yep.
I can see look in your eyes, and I look at Martha and I say, usually people in my family, and my dad told me it was the best practice to work with privateers that usually don't have any affiliations with one country or another. Usually just flat privateering. So usually just movement.
Privateer means private.
George,
Yeah.
George takes a nod and goes, "Smart man," as he looks over to Mask and Slate. And I go, "I take it that is the similar philosophy you two gentlemen are following."
Yep.
This seems less messy.
No, indeed.
I look at Alex's mom because I can see that she's like a little peeved, and I just kind of give her like one of those like nods, like like the quick eye close, like it's fine. You know what I'm saying?
brother.
Yeah, you know the one.
She flashes you a warm smile as she makes a vigorous cutting motion into her sausage and looks up at her husband.
Oh no, not the vigorous
Cut
cutting
his
motion.
dick off.
No.
He knows what he did.
And he's like,
Thomas, this is
"Jeez."
what Thomas finally pips up with a little bit of courage, and he goes, "The Sahagin, those the shark folk?"
Yep.
They
Yeah,
did work
kinda.
with sharks. Actually, they were
Yeah.
making two-headed sharks, and I
The
say it a little too
abomination.
excitedly.
You see Thomas, like his eyebrows go up excited, like, "What do you mean working with, like, ritually summoning them?" As he like leans forward into the table towards you.
I don't think it was
Some of the
summoning.
people
I think it
that
was
we
the
were
creating.
speaking with that were studying them did say that they think that they were summoning or creating. We never got to see them actually do it, but they were not natural. So we think that maybe they were perhaps attaching the
Yeah.
second head on there. I have some notes actually. Oh no, I think we used those previously.
We had to give those notes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
give a side look to Alex and be like, "Yep, I missed those."
I know, but you and your lists.
This,
Sorry about your notes.
this
This is where Betsy pips up and he goes, I heard the Sahagin were once aligned with the merfolk up before we came over here and started infesting these islands.
and we have seen things that kind of coincide with that.
The
Yeah.
merfolk have mentioned that yes, they used to
yeah.
work well with the Sahagin, but the Sahagin didn't like the landwalkers, as it were. But the merfolk are plenty pleasant, wonderful people.
This is when Thomas and Betsy almost unison say, "Wait, you've talked to the merfolk?"
Oh,
Oh,
they
yeah.
are fantastic.
Yeah, we spent time with them.
Yes, we
Stayed
met.
with
We
them.
met some by Daggertooth Island. Yes.
We actually stayed underwater with them in these crazy vestibule areas that they helped, like they pumped the water out of, and we were able to breathe there. They're really instrumental in a little bit of our operations, especially with rescuing Uncle Ben. But they're very interesting. They have a lot of older understanding of the
Very friendly folks, as long as you abide by their rituals to show respect.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you are respectful to their practices.
Oh,
And
but
that's
the
George
speaker
goes-
was so knowledgeable.
Oh goodness, the speaker.
This is when George goes, They always seem kind of annoyed when they'd rescue the refugees that didn't make it over in good shape. They drop them off here in Gateway and always expect a little bit of tribute. Did you say Daggertooth Island? Isn't that the sacred island down south?"
Yes.
Yes.
You see George again wants to look over at the Captain Commodore with like admiration, like, interesting. Falling in with the merfolk too. You are a colorful bunch, I'll give you that.
Doing what I can.
Well, we were fortunate enough to learn quite a bit of history from them as well. And they were quite happy to share with us, which was surprising but refreshing considering we don't always find friendly folks.
Oh no! Like that entire time, multiple times, we came across some kobolds who decided to start creating gravity-launched underwater munitions.
Yeah. The torpedo
Yeah.
ass things.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a bad surprise.
Pretty good.
It was
Right.
an unpleasant surprise.
Initially,
That's where
Right, I
Thomas
think
looks
we
at you and
handled it
goes,
very
"You trying to
well."
say submersibles?"
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
submersible, but the interesting thing is the propulsion method was not a magical propulsion method. They used gravity. They used rails coming down the sides of the volcanic mountains on the side of the ocean.
They
and
slid
would
down
launch
those
them.
cliffs right into our
Yeah,
boats.
Exactly. They would come down the rails. They would use gravity, and then they had fins on the back of them that they would use to steer. And like, you just see Alex like fucking nerd out with Thomas over this. How
They
it
were being
wasn't
very
magical.
nice.
Yeah.
That's when Martha kind of realizes as you tell the story. She goes, "Oh, good heavens! They crew them and then drove them into your boat to explode."
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
What an
They didn't
extreme
expect to
example.
survive.
What an extreme example of faith in their cause and defense of their island. And lo and behold, it was all because of a misguided understanding.
Yeah.
And when we were able to
Nice, yeah.
talk to him, it really was just a misguided understanding.
Quite a
It
bit of
sure was.
diplomacy we do, which is nice.
You know, the
George,
power of having an open mind really is undervalued in these islands sometimes.
I agree with that completely.
George scratches his beard. He goes, "Which island was this?"
It was off of Fraser Island to the southwest of Fraser, outside of the port of Chittenango.
And you said you talked to these kobold creatures.
We did. Well, I will say the first time we visited the island, we did. I didn't. I don't think
Less
we
Spoken common.
The second time that we visited, it was a broken common, terrible accent, but yeah, a little bit.
What's the other language that these kobolds speak? I will do this.
Bissell, I
I
think.
think it was Abyssal.
Draconic.
Yeah.
Draconic?
Oh, yeah, it was Draconic. Yeah.
Because I'm the
That
only
is-
one who could fucking talk to them.
Talk to
Yeah,
him.
thank you for translating.
The first time around, I didn't know, but the second time around, because the Helm of Understanding, I knew it was Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Abyssal's my
No, it's
go-to.
just one of those finger snaps. It's like draconic.
Draconic. Yes.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Yeah.
Kobolds, mini
Oh, it's a
dragons.
Girl
bipedal.
dragon.
Thomas
Yeah.
picks up. Do you still have your helm of understanding?
Yes, of course. Uncle Ben gave it to me.
Do you have it with you? Can I take a look at it?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you don't,
He is going to steal it. It
as
is
long-
gone.
as
You
long
are
as you
losing it.
give it back. And I hear
It is-
Bertram saying all of these things because we're
No,
sitting
you don't.
next to each other.
This is Billy speaking.
I thought you would at least whisper that in my ear if we were sitting next to each other.
No.
All right. Well, Adam, aka Alex, gives the helm of comprehend languages to my shit ass little brother.
Your mom scolds you and says, "Not at the dinner table. Go put that
Hmm.
in the drawing room for now."
Shit ass.
I take it back from him to put it in the drawing room myself.
While Alex is out of the room, Betsy looks over to the captain and commodore and goes, "So in which port is his betrothed or his beloved?"
Is
And
who?
you hear Martha go, "Betsy, no." And she's like, "What? I want to know. I want to know where his girlfriend is now, or if he's even got one." As she looks over to the captain and the commodore for an answer.
I
You
vote
see
Oh.
George is also interested.
I just shake my head no.
Yeah, nope.
Shoulders.
That ain't a thing.
No idea.
Oh,
He's married to his work.
that's no fun. That's no fun.
I mean, there's something to be said to someone who takes pride in their work. I'm sure
He's
he'll-
very dedicated to learning.
He loves
Honestly,
to stick his
dedication.
hands into acid, and that's not an attractive quality. to
Oh,
me.
well, he has a really cool hand now.
Or masturbating.
As you see
No,
Martha's
it's the real
eyebrow
stranger.
go up, and she looks over at you and wants you to finish that.
But the food?
I look her straight in the eyes and I
Comment
just go,
about him having a really cool hand now.
"Oh,
I mean, he does. Look at it.
have you seen it?"
Have you seen
They
it?
don't. They don't know. Oh no.
As when Alex comes back in after putting the helm of understanding, Betsy immediately looks over and says, "Show me your hands."
Oh boy.
Mm.
I just
Mm.
mouthed to Alex, "Sorry."
I sit back down. Sorry, what?
Nice.
I missed all of that. I was
Your
Putting
mom wants to see both of your
He
very
wants
human
to
hands.
see your hands.
Someone
Mhm.
wanted to talk about sticking your hand in a vat.
I
That part wasn't
guesses.
me.
don't know why anyone would want to talk about that.
Because he's a cat. Mm.
He goes, "What? You lost your hand?"
He
I
didn't.
shoot her a glare. I stand up and I walk over to stand next to my mother. And I put my hands out, palms down,
Elaborate.
for her to inspect.
She looks over and she goes, "Oh dear, I already saw them. Show your sister who's interested." Tom's even Thomas is like, what? Like he's trying to piece it together why it's so interesting as you go and show Betsy.
Oh,
And
do they
Betsy
think it's a
kinda,
glove?
Betsy kind of like tings on the back of the metal paw of the back of your hand. She goes, "This is not a glove."
No, it's considered to be a prosthetic.
Thomas's eyes go wide as he's invested. He goes, "What? That's so cool!" Martha shoots him a glass and says, "Thomas Burton, do not get any ideas." And he looks over at his mother and goes, "He's able to move it. Alex, is that an enchantment?"
No, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
terrifying part is that it has tactile feedback.
Yeah, he can feel everything.
Mm.
What?
Just yeah. And he made it himself.
You
Yeah, I
did
don't
you
think
put
you
it on
realize how
yourself
cool
too?
your brother is. He's a pretty cool guy.
How'd you adhere
ride
it to yourself?
with one hand and a sunbeam, and there's a person I know who can cast a lunar beam. You know, moon stuff.
As Betsy goes to grab your hand and wrist, do you pose grapple?
No.
She tries to rig it back as if it would like tweak one of your nerves as she tries to put you in a one-arm come along like a cop.
I make a fist as a reaction, and I pull back with all my strength.
Deck save.
Oh, goodness.
This is the
Ow.
weirdest family
You-
dinner I've ever
We
been
both
to.
rolled 2s.
You escape her grasp, and she's like, "Oh, did you really feel the pressure? Could you feel that move?"
That really hurt you?
Yes, and
Martha
I'll
goes,
too, and I
goes,
flick her in the
"Betsy,
forehead.
no unarmed combat at the dinner table."
Oh my god.
I flicked her in the forehead. I said, I'll
What
feel
have I
this
said
too.
about summoning Eldritch Horrors at the dinner table?
What have I said about talking to the gods of other realms?
Yeah, your brother's been very busy.
Not very stupid, Betsy says.
I don't.
I
Okay,
scoff
I
into
don't,
my plate.
For
I
the
don't
pursuit
think,
of knowledge.
I don't think the two of you understand the impact your brother has had on several islands.
Martha takes a
No.
sip of her wine and under her breath says, "Sticking his hand in acid is not very wise."
That's true. Well, he did it to try to save us because we thought we were locked in a place, and in a panic,
Right, we
at
were
the risk-
locked in a pub after dark. We were
No,
locked-
no. At the risk of his hand, he thought he would be saving our lives. Now, he wasn't entirely wrong. What he did actually helped us suss out how to get the hell out of the situation we were in.
But there was
Now-
a different way to go about it.
There was.
Didn't
and
know what
that's,
the different way was.
and that's why we learned.
And we
But you're-
learn.
We listen and we don't judge.
I judge.
Your brother,
we judge.
your brother has stabilized economies on several islands just with his brain alone. I don't.
George looks over and goes,
In fact, you can eat
"Silence."
that syrup he's got.
Oh
'cause,
boy, now you've
Yeah.
done it. Answer,
Yeah.
Mr. George.
What did Mr. George say?
As George looks over and goes, "Which islands? I'll have to know these."
Okay, so the first one is where he learned how to refine dairy cane. Or is that dairy? No, it's not dairy. What the hell is it called?
The
Hot
sap, the sap
no,
was
the-
on Leafy.
No, not the sap. The you know what I'm talking about?
The hot cane.
Yeah, the hot cane, like the very first island
Yeah.
we went to do a thing.
Yeah.
Dairy cane.
Yeah, dairy cane.
Hurricane's
I was
an island, but
Yeah.
that wasn't the produce.
That's the port
Yeah,
on the island.
I don't remember.
Oh,
There's so many fucking islands.
That's fair.
Yeah, dairy cane on Numako Island is where the Atamo cane grows, and it is locally known as
Hot cane.
hot cane sugar. Yes.
Mhm.
That's what it was. Hot cane sugar.
Yeah,
That's
so
where our farm is. Yes.
yeah, he learned how to refine and perfect harvesting hot cane on an island called Dairy Cane. And he did that A, of his own volition, and B, he figured it out by himself. Then he went to another island and stuck around for how many weeks was it?
Wait. Before that,
Hmm?
it was the saffron
9 weeks
farm.
on Grove Island.
Before that, it was the saffron farm.
Yeah,
Oh.
saffron. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
So it was
there
hot
had been
cane,
more
and then
than-
it was saffron, and then it was the other thing.
Yeah, he has probably set some things up that will carry on for years. Like, oh man,
Generations, hopefully.
yeah, this guy has created what we like to call generational wealth. For even the most poor people on those islands. Both of you should be very proud of him.
Green celebration.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy. And he's a goober.
Mark
but, like,
looks over at George. George kind of like sits back in his high back chair, and he goes, "Terry Kane and Leafy, the elves and the imperialists. Good for you, son. Really stretching out your legs and really enjoying the world. I am proud of you. What have you done for Deer Gun lately?"
are you kidding me?
No,
Sorry.
this was expected.
No, I
George
say
looked
that out
over at
loud.
Birch.
No,
I'm sorry. Did I say something offensive? I've
No, it's nothing. I look at Mrs. Burton and I give her like the Shrek face. You know the one where he's looking at Donkey?
I know it. I know exactly.
What the hell?
I can
When you
send
do-
it to you if you need it.
Right, I know it. So when you look at Martha that way, she goes, "Please excuse my husband. He is ever the businessman. He cannot shut it off, George." And George, while he's still leaned back in his high chair, throws his arms, goes, "Sorry, no
You never
business
win."
at the table," as he leans back forward and continues to enjoy his meal. Alex, the very next bite you take, your food is cold as ice.
I look at my mother.
She goes, you can tell it wasn't her.
Yeah, why would she do that?
Yeah,
Perception.
well, nice.
Everybody could do a perception check.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's my thing. Please don't blow this out of your ass, Birch. I love you. You are my friend.
After you guys said to keep an eye out, I have been waiting for this. Hell yeah.
I'll be what my special eyes see.
Everybody who got a 20 and above definitely knows that Thomas cast prestidigitation on Alex's plate to make it cold.
That little piece of shit. So basically, I'm
Everyone
the
but
only person
Alex.
in the party.
I look at Thomas and I go, that in the right hands could be very, very useful, young man.
He goes, "What?"
Don't play stupid.
Ow.
I give him. I close the lids over my eyes, my little alligator lids, like I'm gonna fight, but just for like a second.
Ew.
I need to roll to see if he knows what that is in your anatomy. You see him taking him back a little bit, like, "Whoa,
What the fuck?
Don't sass me. Don't sass me.
I'm on the same boat with you, and even I forget you can do that.
Yeah, it's only when I go into my what I like to call PTSD mode now.
I don't like it.
No one likes it.
Tyler.
I don't like it. I love it. Yeah.
As everybody's the jigs is up at this point, Thomas kind of shrugs. He goes, "What? You don't have a capable mage on board to help you with food prep?"
Oh no. Well, the food that I cook doesn't really require a magician's touch, but we have several people who are incredibly competent in magic. Prim and Winston both are Prim's a druid. I don't, so she can commune with nature, which is a form of magic in its own right. But when it comes to like arcane stuff, not really. We don't really see much of a need for it.
Did the dwarf come to this dinner? Because he's. You said he was sticking
the dwarf,
with us.
The dwarf is not leaving y'all side. He is like.
Yeah, he's
he
riddled
only
with
goes safe
PTSD.
with y'all.
That's okay. We like him.
He's a magic user.
He's been sitting between probably Winston and whoever's sitting on the other side before it gets to like a family member. Winston and the dwarf have been very quiet.
Oh,
Well,
Winston
very
is
nice.
enjoying this meal. He's just like, this is amazing.
love him.
Cooking compliment or the cooking. Yes, the application. Thomas does like kind of look over at George and goes, well, I mean, your Captain Slate did say something about, usefulness, and you guys would maybe have a spot on your ship. To which George, firmly, not abruptly, he doesn't jiggle the glassware and the silverware, but he definitely throws a solid hand on the table to make it go thud. He goes, if you do mind me not to say this, but I will not ask you to recruit any more of my kids. I think only one Bert in your employ is probably sufficient enough. I believe Thomas and Betsy both have prospects elsewhere for the good Burton name.
No, I mean, Commodore, feel free to, speak on the hiring behalf. Whenever you're ready, Captain. I'm just staring at his dad. Any minute. Don't you worry.
All eyes on masks.
Yeah, don't you worry. You have nothing to worry about. All right. Well,
He wasn't listening.
Yeah, he's knee deep in food. I can assure you, we have no intention of. As much as it has been an absolute pleasure having Benjamin and Alexander on our boat, we have no we're not going to wantonly hire direct from a family. But I understand the concern.
Very well. Quick question, Mask. How are you eating your food?
The same way I normally eat. I take it and I put it under the bottom part.
He's very mysterious.
I mean, it's the normal way that I eat my food.
Everybody but Primrose can throw a perception check. As Betsy's going to lean over to you, Primrose, and ask, does he ever take that off?
No.
Oh,
Is he okay?
It's
Anybody above an 18?
how he prefers to live his life, and we don't question our wonderful captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I mean,
She doesn't need to know that.
actively and aggressive.
What am I even perceiving? Sorry.
If you heard her ask me that.
Oh yeah, he takes it off.
Betsy immediately goes red in the face, not thinking you would hear that, and she goes, so I didn't mean to pry. I'm just curious, as she's like looking like she's just offended the person that she told is a Commodore.
We're guests here. I mean, you guys have questions. That's fine. You're not in any trouble.
We're an annoyingly friendly bunch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you could have asked the captain himself, and he probably would have.
Well, he's very hungry right now, apparently, because he's not answering.
He's a little. He's a
Hey,
little
there he is.
busy. But yeah, don't hesitate to ask us questions, Miss.
Martha looks out to the table and looks over to the Commodore and says, Commodore Mask, I do appreciate you taking your patience with Mike. As she looks back at Betsy.
No, it's no imposition, right, Captain?
Not a singular imposition was had.
See, we're all good.
Betsy gets more courageous and now asks out loud, well, Commodore, what are you, if you don't mind me asking? And
Oh,
why the
hell
mask?
yeah. I love that. Straight shooter.
Well, I removed the hat and mask.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Of
God.
Normal people.
I hang it up on the back of the chair.
Holy
I assume they
shit,
have the
yeah.
little knobby bits on the back.
I dropped my fork.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
dwarf- even the
staring
dwarf
at
is,
him
looking
because
over
he's never purposely taken it off in front of people.
Yeah.
I just
No one
stare.
I take a lime out of my pocket and hand it to Betsy.
You're gonna need this. Can I offer
It's
you a
weird
lime
to
in this
go
try?
alone. Take this.
Betsy's torn between the lime she just handed it and the black tabaxi sitting at the table.
Everyone's
leaves-
staring.
Not a big.
She leaves the lime on her plate. She's like, "Thank you." And George goes.
There.
George looks at you, and he
Get out of my house.
George looks at you almost with a knowing look, and then Martha steps in and goes, "Commodore Mask, it is an honor that you feel so comfortable to remove your mask in our presence."
Well, you asked.
Ah,
You know?
I'm still
With Thomas.
staring at him.
It's when Thomas goes, "Yeah, but why?
Why is he a cat?
what?
Yeah.
Why the mask? I don't get it."
Oh, because humans traditionally enslave my type.
Yeah.
You see the naive, sweet Thomas like, "Huh?"
I,
well-
you know what? I can appreciate. I know.
Forced
I can
labor
appreciate
camps,
that.
you know?
George in a very serious tone, he's like, "Were you ever in chains?"
What the
Luckily, no. Luckily, no.
Do you know
Didn't
if any?
have to.
Do you know
deal
if
with
any of
it.
your family are?
Yes, I do know my family is, which is why the mask.
Well, then let me offer you my services and my business to help you commit resources to finding your family. It would
Holy
be
shit!
My greatest honor to help you, seeing as you have taken my son under your wing. The least I could do is to right this terrible wrong. I will have you know
Okay.
that the Burton family is strongly against slavery.
Oh, I like you
Yay!
people. You guys are nice.
All right. Get a lot of
We spend,
mixed.
You guys are
a
nice.
lot of our time also dealing with slavery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
we're in quite the negative rapport with a
We
certain
kill them
well-known slaver.
We do kill them a lot. That's
On that comment slate, Martha speaks up and goes, another rule at the table. We don't talk about the untimely demise of anybody."
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry,
Sorry.
No,
man. It was very
Apologies.
timely for
it
that,
was
and,
very timely.
but I do
Oh,
understand the
heavens.
people.
George whispers and says, "You can save it for the parlor room."
I lift my drink to him and kind of like, yes.
Oh god,
He-
they're boomers.
He shoots back.
Wait for man talk time.
Oh
No,
my
honestly,
god.
Commodore Mask, I would be very honored if you would let me hope to try to track down your family members and alleviate them from any of their chains or bonds that they may be sold into. I'm strongly opposed to any free label and any indentured servitude that makes the person receiving the service that the more better and richer and proper. I think there's enough riches in this world to go around that a fair works requires a fair wage.
I
appreciate that.
I have a question for you, Mr. Burton, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all, Mr. Birch.
All right. What was it like growing up with Ben? Because you guys seem like oil and water. No offense, it's not a bad thing. You're both great guys. But
He leans back into his chair, and on the one side of the armrest that's to your side of the table, as he kind of has this like smile on his face that he lets for a brief while as he looks up at the plain chandelier, and the smile kind of sits there, and he goes, "Well, Benny, me grew up
Benny.
2 separate ways.
okay.
As you just mind, I'm the eldest, so father expected a lot more from me than it did for him, and I protected Benny from father as much as I could."
That is the nicest thing I have heard anyone say about a sibling in a long time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's good people.
George looks down, and you see the smile is like was so hidden that when he looks straight at you, it just looks like his lips are flat.
Yep.
And he goes, "Yeah, Georgie was always an innocent one. He was lively at time. When the old man would used to be tough on me, I'd go to Benny's room and have him say a poem or something. That's why we're
That.
2 different types.
Yeah.
Father never expected Benny to take up the business like I did."
Okay. All right. Well, Jesus Christ, man. It's
I
mean, if
learned my
you're,
lesson. That's why I'm not giving Alex any pressure to take on this business. I know he's out strutting his own legs, getting C's under his own weight, trying to make something of himself. I am
Jesus.
indeed proud that he's been able to make advancements in the economies of the other nations. It's fine
Oh, not
work.
just the economies. He's also something of an engineer. He's built things for our ship that has literally saved the entire crew's life on multiple occasions.
Yeah, that's true. He's done the thing.
And hearing all this invaluable that my son provides to you, I can clearly offer my services to help track down your family. Common Mask. After dinner, or tomorrow perhaps, you'll swing by our office. We will talk about the slavers you've been endued with. I'll contact my man, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Well, I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, sir.
You can tell that Martha is nothing but proud of her husband right now.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is the
somebody's
complete
getting laid
opposite
tonight.
He's a good guy. You know, he fucks.
At least 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Betsy looks over to Mom and says, "Is the deal still standing?" And Martha looks over at Betsy. She goes, "What deal are you alluding to?" And Betsy proclaims out loud to everybody, "The deal where if Alex gets married, then I can get married. Can we do away with that? Because it's clearly he's not ever going to get settled down."
Oh no.
Wow.
I mean, I turned
burn.
dark. Yeah, I turned dark blue and my eyes widen. Like, oh shit, family stuff.
The dwarf, Winston, George, and are all also turning a shade of red.
I just give a little
Mar-
sigh to my food because she's probably not wrong.
Martha looks over to Alex with like an appraising look and says, "Well, do you ever intend on settling down, Alex, or are you very much still sowing your wild oats to the seas and with your inventions?"
He said.
He said he had to go a while ago, so
Oh, he did? I didn't hear that.
he
Yeah,
typed
wow.
Oh, there it is above a perception check. That sucks.
it. So
I guess
imagine
I can
his
stop
answer.
ribbing him at dinner.
Nope. Someone has left.
Ah, sad face.
What happened?
It was Adam.
Alex, yeah.
Okay.
Adam.
All right, so at the conclusion of dinner, Thomas and Betsy are asked to clean up. George does offer you all to visit in the parlor for an after-meal drink and/or a smoke.
Oh, dude, let me make the Gestivos or whatever they're called. You know the ones.
Well, I assume that's only for the
Yes,
higher
Steve.
ups, yes?
No, that.
Is
Oh
that
yeah,
what
it might
you-
just be.
No, George offers it to all of you, including
Oh, damn.
Winston and the dwarf.
There's
Yeah,
a
I can-
dwarf?
Yes, the
with us.
PTSD dwarf that we
Oh,
saved from
yeah. I didn't
the.
know we brought him.
He hasn't left our side, so. Yeah,
I'll
that
have
one.
a lime julep.
All right.
I thought it was just us. Sorry.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
imagine the parlor is gonna get a little too full, so I'll let the other people do it, and I'll.
You don't even know how big the parlor is.
Yeah.
This is not a mansion, so I'm happy to let you guys handle all that.
Can you just say you don't want to be here?
I don't want to be
Oh.
in there.
Betsy gets your attention. She says, "You don't have to help me do dishes, but if you want to stand by, I have some questions."
I will help you do dishes, and I will answer questions.
Look at them go.
And as you guys dip off into the kitchen, she does give you a compliment on the dress.
Thank you. I'm so glad someone noticed.
She does ask if you picked that up in town.
Not in town, and I start telling her about where we've been because I'm pretty sure I got this in New Winfield, and that's my hometown. So.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. All right. And after that, Martha, as she's in the kitchen too, she goes, "Oh, you are Dear Gunnian."
Yes, I've been
And she
very lucky
apologized.
to be.
Martha apologizes. And she says, "I just assumed you're from Cran. Dear Gun doesn't have many elves."
Yeah, I understand. It's these darn ears. Everyone makes that assumption. Growing up, the orphanage wasn't happy when I tried to wear hats during dinner. So
Oh, you poor dear! You've just opened a whole door for Mark
Oh,
to ask
God.
about
Yeah.
the orphanage and being alone.
Well,
and
they have
anything
questions. I'll
about your
answer that
parents.
while the people talk over alcohol. It's fine.
Her eyes instantly misty.
No.
George tells you, Birch, that he doesn't have much accoutrements to make any digestivos, but he does have a very nice, rich Deargunian rye that was in oak barrels aged for the whole ride over and then some. So this is air that has touched the homeland and has only touched the Olinian air when he put it in this decanter.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He
Can
he
I-
offers the captain and the commodore as well, and the dwarf says he's good, and Winston says I don't drink.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, right.
He brings he gives you all a glass. It's at least 3 fingers width of liquor inside of it.
Good
He,
lord.
he's almost empty of the decanter. He raises his glass up into the middle of the parlor where you all are gathered. Gentlemen, to prosperity and well travels.
Agreed.
Nice little ting, and he takes a sip, and he sits down in his nice high back, probably the most plushiest chair in the whole parlor, minus the
Oh,
couch and love
bless.
seat.
All right.
So now that we are alone, no longer at the dinner table, now can abide by those rules that my wife lays down. This is the one side of the house where we can talk anything, gentlemen. Please, by all means, regale me. Let me know how I can help. I want to thank you for rescuing my little brother. I will burn those strange letters I received. Is there anything you can actually tell me of his captivity?
Other than he was horribly mentally tortured and possibly spiritually, or his soul was I don't actually know the extent of the damage that was done. Do you guys?
Nope.
Not really. We kind of
Yeah.
went in there and just got him out.
Yeah.
The dwarf is in there and he would know what happened.
Oh, are you washing dishes?
I'm in the other room, but you have an NPC there who might pipe up.
And if he wants to answer, he can. Thank you.
It's so dumb. Oh, actually, our dwarf friend may know something about that.
Persuasion check, Richstorm.
You may not
To-
want to relive it.
To the dwarf?
Yeah.
He may not want to relive this.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. He's not a real person.
Wow.
Buddy?
You can't just hit him with the not a real person.
He's an NPC.
The dwarf, after taking a sip, is like, I can tell you it wasn't pleasant. I can tell you that your little brother is possibly the strongest of all of us in there. Maybe next to the Dragonborn, but the Dragonborn wasn't as there as long as myself or your brother. I can tell you that whatever insane crackpot of a wizard they have in that fortress that was doing these experiments, he's trying to advance something strange, something unhuman, something that either can be applied to the living or the dead at the same time.
Well, that's terrifying.
I'm sure the Commodore and the Captain and everybody here can tell you more. The Solviers and who they work for understand a very nefarious bunch and have a most villainous intent on the good life here in the Olane. As he almost kills the drink, and you see him like as it's like you see the liquid being knocked back, he like catches himself at the last minute and like saves like a little sip at the end. And tries to catch his decorum. And, excuse me, it's been a lot. And George holds up his hand. He goes, "No, it's perfectly fine. I wasn't aware that you were also part of that captivity. I'm very sorry for that. It kind of boils my blood." As he looks over to Mask and Slate, and he goes, "I am assured that they were dealt with quite thoroughly.
Yeah,
As-
they're probably dead.
As 99% of the people we deal with that way are.
Oh, he's talking about the slavers? Yeah, we
Yeah.
killed everyone we could
Mhm.
before we left. They just fucking kept coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. They were pissed. They're mad.
George massages his beard with one hand and goes, "So would you say that you have dismantled the Sylviers enterprise? I do know
No.
of these."
No.
Ah.
The mission was to get him out. What did we planned to go back, didn't we?
We did. For round 17.
Give him a little what for
I didn't hear no bell.
Ding dang.
Gentlemen, I cannot raise an army, nor can I help raise a navy, but I do have people that can find out information. So I would also like to offer my services in any of your efforts in this as well. It seems you have lots of loose ends that you must have to clean up in your travels.
Couple.
We should introduce him to the other cat we know.
That is actually not a bad idea.
If his
That's
game's information, like,
Yeah,
I think this is the one guy we could give the hookup.
yeah. Not ironically.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just picturing, like, this is also his guy.
Oh, that would hurt.
That would be fun.
That would be pretty funny. We could. I'm down for it.
Well, then you can tell him. You goddamn dingus.
Well, I mean, it's not only my decision.
It's only his decision. Look at him.
Fine.
Only decisioning.
So, we also have an information broker, if you will, that we're willing to give you. What do you? Kind of our source for some things, if you're interested.
I very much would be interesting. It'd be an enterprising connection. Your information broker with my network of information.
You got enough booze for one more drink? You're gonna have
Yeah.
to make a cup for this guy.
Oh, is he here in Gateway?
He
He
can be.
can be. Hey, I pointed to Slate.
I asked Mass, do you have the bag of spheres?
Yep.
Can I see him real quick?
You may. Yes. Permission granted.
I pull one out, and are you familiar with what this is?
It's the currency thieves use.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you ever use these in any particular fashion?
I do employ some folks who do use these in particular fashions. I've seen them lit sometimes with light. What is that?
Makes them more valuable, kind of
Oh,
thing.
dude, he doesn't know our friend. Our best friend.
So, you've never,
Best friend.
say, summoned somebody with these.
No, I can't say I have. I have not had direct dealings with what do you call these marbles? Spheres, I do believe. Again, I employ other people who have connections to various thieves guilds. Both
Okay.
New Hartford and New Cicero.
Well, I suppose then, as a businessman, you could appreciate the direct connection we're about to give you.
Oh, yeah.
Goes by the name of Theos. Do we have the business card?
You also have permission to bring him to this guy's house?
Yeah, would you like us to summon him here?
If it's not going to bother this man on unannounced visitation.
We've bothered him
I
so
know,
many
he loves
times.
It will. I think bringing him any sort of business. I mean, you may have to work it out with him, but I don't see any problem.
He likes connections, right?
Oh my god, we're gonna
He
watch
fucking
Rob
does.
role play with Rob. Let's go.
He's playing with himself.
Yep, he's playing with himself.
Again.
And
Yes,
I'll
Rob.
tap the business card and summon Theos.
As you dwell on the card to bring forth Theos, you feel its presence go out, and you feel a tug, and you feel this parchment paper vibrate in your hands. As it doesn't flash red like the last time when he was busy, this time it flashes a strange gold, and script starts going across the card that's facing towards you as it goes from one script to another script till it finally gets to common and says, "Unable to work in the vicinity of Gateway. Please leave the area and try again later." And then goes into another script,
Oh,
goes into Dwarven script, goes into Draconic script, so
Oh.
on and so on and so on.
oh, that makes
Well,
sense.
Damn.
So he can't operate in Gateway. Not
That
directly.
makes sense.
George leans on his armrest and smells his rye and goes, "I bet it's got something to do with those damn angels."
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah,
suppose.
we also
Guaranteed.
dealt with those guys when we were here.
Mm.
Remember that?
He,
That was a long time ago.
George
That's
looks
why
at you
we're back.
questioningly and says, "You dealt with the angelic lawbringers?"
Funny enough, Slate, this is a me and Slate story. We have quite a few of those. We're very good friends.
We're actually taking a dinner break from dealing with that specific issue right now.
Yeah, that was the we were getting something upgraded for you, right? You wanted something made. You remember?
No,
That wasn't it?
This is the walk that I got back for you.
Oh, that's yeah, that's right. Oh God, that was years ago.
Yeah. I just walked in there and fucking grabbed it.
You walked.
All right.
Walk it out.
You're gonna have to connect the dots. Not sure with the law-bringing angels and a cooking
Right.
utensil.
All right.
We
So
were-
yeah, you
go.
do it.
You tell
no,
the
you do
story.
it.
You tell it better.
No, yeah. You're so stupid. Slate was doing me a solid and was trying to acquiesce a walk that had some magical properties, but upon finding it, he found out that the owner had been murdered. And when we tried to, report it, that was, I think, the day or like the week that the angels showed up and started making life a living hell for everyone.
George kind of furrows his brow and goes, "The angels have been here since all four nations decided to call this a safe haven almost 300 years ago."
Okay.
But
Well, then that was
you
the
mean
first
to
time they
say
gave us any guff.
are you mean to say that you are all connected to the mysterious murder that happened within the Gateway city limits that has yet to go unsolved? I do believe
We were
it's 2 years old.
suspects.
Yeah, we were suspect. We didn't do anything. If we had done something, we'd have never come back. You know what I'm saying?
Would we?
That's it. Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
sh- I'm quite sure that the law is capable of their own jobs. That if you had done something, they would have detected it. You would have been in custody. What
Yeah.
What else do you know about this case? It was the biggest talk of the whole town. It almost talked about perhaps people thought that the powers to be that protected us were failing, and soon all the refugees coming from Castorcia to the Olaine were going to be under threat once more, and war would come to Gateway. It's a big story, but anyways, go on. How did you all become exonerated?
That's a good. Didn't we get inquisitioned?
No, we invited them to follow us around for
Oh,
however
that's-
long we were here.
That's
Bored
right.
the
Yeah,
shit out of them.
they followed us to,
Well,
to
they
see that we were.
conducted their investigation.
Yeah. God, that was forever ago in real life.
It was a year ago
Yep,
in
that was
game.
several years ago.
Golly. You'd think we'd be like a higher level. Anyway.
It was like 2 years ago in game for
Yeah.
their
Stop missing sessions.
issue.
Classic.
I can't. I need food, buddy.
No.
And we're actually working with them now. Last time I was there, about an hour and a half ago, there were some old footprints.
Hmm.
So the scene of the crime has not gone untouched.
I've come back to solve the case that you got wrapped up into. How honorable.
Well, I figured we'd check in on it since we were suspects. I was hoping they'd actually,
Have figured it out by
do
now.
something about it.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
still stumped him. So whoever's done this is still out there.
They're either long gone or they're good at what they do.
Well, I'm leaning
Why not
towards
both?
the latter since there's, I mean,
Why are you
Don't
leaning on a
fall off.
ladder? Yeah.
it's
I
jumpy.
feel it.
And going under, it's bad luck.
Well, gentlemen, this is a local issue that I unfortunately will have to not extend my help to, but again, the other two that are external and to vary to sources of things that I don't care much about, I will help you both take down Slavers and the Sylviers.
All right.
Good luck solving this murder. I would be interested to see if this shakes out. I could take it you all be in Gateway for quite some time.
I don't think so.
Not super long.
Another 2 days, probably, or so at most.
Ah,
We're gonna follow up on
confidence.
this. If it doesn't lead anywhere, then we're gonna do as the old saying says and kick rocks.
Very well.
Got rocks.
For the rest of this kind of evening, until you guys get tired and want to leave, Thomas comes in. Obviously, he doesn't partake in drinking because he doesn't even get offered one. But just kind of ask you guys stories and whatnot. But in the kitchen, Betsy, all matter of questions to Primrose.
Yay!
She definitely asks you, "What is this?" Outside of you keeping him on the straight and narrow, what does this sister stuff really mean?
I have
no.
been unofficially adopted by your brother because I'm pretty much the only one who will call him out directly on being a goober, or that's as nice as I can put it.
Martha, hearing this, and without breaking stride and looking from her own busy work cleaning up, says, "You are a saint in doing that, Primrose."
He's sweet, but sometimes he gets ahead of himself. Also, he's exploded us multiple times. So,
Yeah.
This tracks. I remember this.
one time underwater, another time with slimes. He gets a little really excited with the explosives, and then his cat blows up, and we get punished for it. But he means well, and he's always got his heart in the right place.
Martha starts to make a little bit of a scene with like her hair being unruly as she's trying to keep it out of her face to do things, and she looks across and says, "Betsy, can you run up to my room, look into my dressing drawer, and pull out the jade pin for me?" And Betsy wipes her hands. "Sure thing, Mom." And she's like, "I'll be right back," and she leaves. And as you watch Betsy go and you turn back, Martha completely changes her demeanor, walks over to you with a little satchel and says, "You're gonna need this."
What? What am I?
It's a dowry.
What-
Congrats, Mazel tov.
No. What is it?
Moosel tooth.
This is a green powdered tea that I'm going to have to need you to start feeding my son. Start making him tea with it, give it to him. When he starts mentioning nightmares, you double the dosage.
You know?
Oh, God.
I look at it like, he told you?
Well,
Thank God he
she
told
looks at you with disbelief, and she goes, "A mother can always tell."
I knew you would. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm terrified for him. I don't know what he talked to with Yagi. He was in my head too, but I certainly didn't take any gifts. And now he's
She
talking
grabs
about.
you by your face, like both firm hands, like
Oh,
cupping
God.
your cheeks, and she pulls you in, and her piercing green eyes, for everybody at home who's not following along,
Her beautiful face.
Start smooching.
these eyes literally look into your eyes, pierce you, look not
I stare
past you,
straight at.
but through you. You feel like she is like inspecting your very soul with this look as she cups your whole face in her eyes. And she goes, after like 2 seconds of her digging around in your soul with her own eyes, she lets go of you and goes, "Good. You didn't let it talk to you very long."
Oh my God, you have no idea how much of a relief it is, because I've been terrified for your son, and I've never experienced anything like that until then. And then he ends up having very strong artificer things, and now he's saying that he has nightmares, and oh my God.
She pulls a piece of parchment off the side of the Everest box. She starts writing on it. She goes, "I'm going to give you a list of names in different ports so that way you can refill on that powder.
Okay.
You can also, I would say, you should start having a couple cups for yourself, and when that anxiousness from talking to this elder being wears off, you'll be fine. But Alex is going to need a double dose once he starts having nightmares. Another thing I want you to do is once he starts saying this entity's name in his sleep, I need you to immediately send word to me, and I will leave a package in the next port you go to of something else you'll need to administer to him.
I haven't been in his quarters while he
It's
sleeps,
doo-doo,
but I
baby.
do know that he's mentioned he's talked to our higher officers and has mentioned this, but I don't know how far along he is. I know he's worried and that he won't talk to me directly about it, but he has mentioned to Winston that he's talking about shapes or something that he's carved. I don't know. He won't tell me directly. I've had to ask Winston.
Just shapes, just geometries, nothing.
Yeah, geometries.
Okay. Not terrible, but not great.
Well,
The thing
this-
you need to she rips it off and hands you this piece of parchment that literally lists every deer gun port and a name, and then you even notice that there's Burrow and Shannon and
Oh.
Gorgain listed on there. Like, she is well connected, or at least knows a bunch of these folks.
Okay.
She hands you this list, and she goes, "The thing to watch out for these elder beings, especially one as considered as Yog-Sothoth, if I know anything from my travels, is everything comes from a price. If Alex was bestowed knowledge that he had not yet obtained yet, that means he'll have to pay it back double to this god whenever it comes calling. And what I know from the external elder gods that this one belongs to, the whole family that it belongs to, it usually spells doom for worlds."
Yeah, about that. If you know about the whole family, we met Yog's uncle with the kobolds, and he didn't leave this plane like Yog did. We got Yog to leave, but there's
Which island are these kobolds on?
Fraser Island.
Fraser Island? They share the island with the Meresians?
Not intentionally. The Meresians only know that the kobolds are there. They don't know that they're being led by what they call their king, which is actually a Netherbrain.
Do you suspect the Meresians might be under the influence as well?
Not yet, but I do know that they're already dealing with some uprising of a potential cult near the Pearl Chains, but that's about it. I haven't heard anything about them being affected by the Eldritch creatures.
Bless you, child. I'm going to pass this information along to my friends, and we'll make sure that the kobolds and this elder being are dealt with. And of course, they'll look into the Meresians, and if she kind of like makes a sideways glance of like, if it has to be done, she's like, if the Meresians are under any sort of influence, I suppose we'll have to go at a larger scale and deal with Chittenango.
That's
This is
understandable.
very dangerous work dealing with an elder brain that is connected as a sliver of a part of a larger elder god that exists outside our reality.
Oh yeah, and the king of the kobolds, he has long-term plans. He's using the kobolds as an experiment.
Do these kobolds to appear to be altered anyway from not looking like a normal kobold?
They look normal, however, they act smarter.
And this is the knowledge that I was telling you about, which means
Yes.
those kobolds will have to pay a very large price at some point.
Well, they're already working for him, happily even.
Oh, their gods, think all of us lesser beings, as she uses air quotes, have to be so pawns in their larger scales. And she stands up, immediately changes pose. She's completely fine. She picks up a rag and something that's soaking, starts rubbing it. Betsy comes walking through the door.
Yeah, no, as soon as I
That's all.
notice her start standing up, I tuck the bag of tea into my bag. And I put a smile on.
Martha takes the
Smile.
jade comb. She puts up the hair effortlessly out of her face so that you realize she had like a comb or like a
Mm-hmm.
clip
Yeah.
somewhere that she easily could have used, and just puts up her hair and goes back to working. Betsy comes back to her little cleaning station, looks over at you, and says, "So what are the Meresians like in the Pearl Chain Islands? I heard they have like something you can smoke out there."
Ah, they
Wants drugs.
do.
No sweet.
Oh gosh, do I recall what it was called?
It's called tobacco.
Oh, okay. Well, they have that, and I tell her about my last experience about having to save Arn there.
Arn, he sounds so interesting.
No, he's not.
He's not. He is the biggest womanizer,
He is
and
interesting,
he is
but in
the
the wrong fucking
the
way.
angriest little gray gnome you have ever met.
And he didn't always used to be a gray gnome.
Yeah, that's true. It's when we had to get him resurrected.
Right.
He used to be a human
Yeah.
originally.
I was just a piece of shit.
And she goes on with follow-ups and follow-ups. Does anybody have anything that they would like to add or talk to about the respective Burton families before we end the evening?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm good. Oh,
We should be okay.
Nice people.
All right, where are you guys sleeping tonight?
ship.
Yeah,
Probably the
the
ship.
ship.
Oh no, we're in Gateway. Fucking hotel.
You
or
guys
inn,
want to?
rather.
All right. That sounds like a relief, actually, because we were at sea for a bit.
I need a bath.
Yeah, you do, you stank bitch.
Shut up, you're a cat.
Ah,
You
I can-
stink
yourself.
bitch.
yes, I do.
He licks
I
his
know.
own bits.
No,
Burton's
no,
bid
me
you,
and-
Makes that face all cats make.
the Burtons bid you a good evening. They say you are welcome to their home at any time. They thank you for keeping care of Alex, and they also apologize for everything that you guys have to do to take care of him as well. George reminds you that he tells you where his office is to come meet him. Martha says if you're ever around and you want to pop in, she has no problem making you a quick meal. Thomas and Betsy both pay their respects, thinking you guys are really neat, cool as you guys go for that night. Wanting a place to take a bath, so you guys are looking at a stay at an inn hotel that is at least comfortable or above. And
I
this
want
is
the best
Gateway,
one.
so Aristocratic is available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want that. Give me that.
Yep.
Oh, my Lanta.
Now this is
I
Gateway.
got fucking.
It's gonna be
Big money.
pricey.
This is Gateway, so you have all 4 nations at your disposal. So which part of town are you going in?
The good one.
Empire.
Really,
we're
the
going to a
Empire?
Netherian Aristocratic
They're the ones
Inn.
I identify with the most.
Well, they've always been welcoming, so why not?
We don't have to stay at
Mhm.
the same place. I will meet you guys at the shit tomorrow if you don't stay where I'm staying.
He will.
Does anybody
too,
want
I
to-
watched.
Anybody want to stay at separate lodgings?
No, I'll go to this one. It seems okay.
Yeah, seems nice.
Yeah, it's easier to stick together.
Welcome to the 3 Crowns.
Mm,
Sounds nice.
how many of them are
Very
there?
fancy. 3, he just said.
There's
my
actually
God.
3 silver crowns on a blue banner hanging on the little sign outside this door. There is 2 doormen. There is a little circle for carriages and whatnot. They have valet parking. We're talking the typical white plaster walls and Roman echo kind of architecture, but then you see the blue slate tiled roofs that is of the Netherian Empire. You walk in, all the woodwork is what you expect of like Edo era Japan woodworking, with like the swoops and like the arches that you walk in that usually denote shrines, but is not the
Love
case with the
swoops.
Netherian Empire.
Yeah, I'm a big swoop guy.
Swooping.
The behind the counter, you see a Loxodon, a human, and a bugbear. As the Loxodon looks up at you all and says, stay here is 4 gold. He asks
Yeah.
how many want separate rooms. He says, we have some vacancy. We can put rooms that are adjoining or on the same floor. He will not be able to fit all of you on the same floor, though.
Mm.
I'll split
That's
with
fine.
Winston.
Hmm.
I assumed
Uh,
everybody else is solo dolo.
Yeah, sure.
The dwarf
I'd
points.
like to be on the same floor, but
The
I
dwarf
can't.
points to the slate and says, "Can I have my room adjoined to his?"
fuck.
I want to rub tips.
Mm,
You know how it
No,
is.
it's-
Rub my tips.
The old tip
Oh
rubbing.
my god.
Come on.
That's going to be 4 gold for a night.
Or gold. Done.
Ordering up the bath water, it comes up to you, and a couple different trips as they fill up your guys' room, the bathtub in your room with hot water. You have 3 set choices of either oils, or you have 2 choices of floating flower petals in your bath water for the scent and goodness. Soap is provided.
It sounds nice and
Oh,
comfy.
nice.
Fucking Ritz Carlton over here.
As you guys
That's why I
all
came.
go to sleep, I need everybody who's a humanoid to throw me a wisdom save.
I mean,
Don't like that.
I mean,
Are we all humanoids?
I was saying I'm a pretty cool guy, but
Wisdom save. Oh, thank God.
wisdom save, saving throw.
Is this a magical save?
Yes.
He gets
Oh, I
a
see.
bonus.
But if you're taking off your mantle when you go to sleep, you don't get the bonus.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 10.
I wonder what that was for. I'm nervous whenever we have to do a save. What is attacking us?
What the hell? I don't like it. Take away immediate rage.
Does that mean a nightmare?
As those who have dreams, they are. Nice.
See robot for anyone else? Maybe it's mine. Yeah. Yeah, it's mine. There you go.
Okay, I'm back.
We're back.
That one was fun going on.
Yeah, that was weird.
Discord got
Oh,
real
my
fucky.
dream.
Woo.
My
What
dream
happened?
literally kills me.
What?
Good.
I was a nightmare. That's not good.
All right. It is the next morning. What are we doing, crew?
Fucking apparently freaking out.
Breakfast.
dream? What was my dream?
Tiffany, she said, I think I...
Shit
sorry.
my pants.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Well,
I mean, if we,
you didn't
oh,
end up
fuck,
doing the
I
thing.
fucking forgot I got all
E for
wet
gore.
in the bath.
Ugh.
Yeah, what is my dream?
Did it not pop for you?
Yeah, I see it, but I mean, it looks pretty cool. Am I scared, or was I like, ooh?
Feel how you feel.
It was surreal. You viewed it. You viewed it with, say, feelings of floating in that kind of tempest, and what was in the center rose up, and it seemed ominous, and you don't know why you were afraid of it. That's what
Okay.
I can say.
Beautiful, thank you.
All right, we have to investigate things, right? So we got to go to that place again.
Yeah, I'd like to. We can all want to head back. Probably stop by the office, grab the...
Furbog.
No, a different one. A different detective, please.
Come on.
No! Can't someone that fucking talks at the speed of
But
smell?
I love them.
Yes. Come on. Come on. You know you want.
I don't want to.
He does.
Criminal
He
too.
hates them.
Yeah,
Ew.
but I'm gonna... I guess we're heading to the... What you call it? The police station.
The one you were in at last time, or the more local one in the current district that you're staying in?
The one we were at last time. It's the only one I think I know about.
I will say, walking around Gateway, it is fairly easy to figure out where all the local district sheriff offices are. But if you want to go back to the original one, you absolutely can. This one is near the Deargunian Residential District. It's a bit of a walk, but not bad. It doesn't hours don't go by. As you walk in, you see the half-elf desk sergeant look up at you and goes, "How can I help you?"
Well, I'm doing this. Okay.
It's you.
Oh yes, yeah, this is your
Oh,
thing.
okay. All right. Yeah, we're investigating something to do with an open cold case. We had a detective with us yesterday. We meant to follow up last night, but we're here now. There were some new findings, and we'd like to go back and check it out.
All right. The detective, human, locks it on Furblog.
Human.
He leans back, pulls up a piece of parchment that's tacked to this weird wooden board. He goes, yeah, Detective Hendrick is here. Hang on one second." As he gets up, strolls back, comes back out of the bullpen. He's being followed by a dark-haired human male, bags under his eyes, forehead wrinkles, spectacles down on his nose. Everything else is fine. His neckerchief is a little off kiltered. You missed the two top buttons. But other than that, he's pretty all right. He looks at you both. He looks down at the desk sergeant's log and he goes, "Cold case. You guys hear about the unsolved murder about 2 years ago?"
Yeah, that was us. I mean, that wasn't us. We were, no, we were suspects in that.
That was
we came
us!
Back,
I mean,
we came back to see if there was any resolution there, and there
No.
Come on back.
was.
Come on back. I'll pull the file.
We already saw the file. What I need is you at the location of where we're going.
Oh, were you guys here yesterday talking to Detective Sanger?
If that's what you call talking, yes.
Yes.
He hits the half elf on the back of the shoulder. He's like, "They didn't say human. They said Furblog."
No, I didn't. I said human.
We were with the detective that is a furbog yesterday for our visit to the crime scene.
Look, man,
Yeah.
I can't stand the speed at which he talks.
No worries. He got stood up last night for something, and so he went to
That
bed
was also
tired. He's
me.
not
I
going to
took
be
a
in.
bath. I'm sorry.
You should apologize to
That
him.
was also me. I took a bath.
I lost track of time. I'm sorry.
you disgust me.
I
Let
didn't
me
know
go
if
get
you-
the file. Let me go get keys to the property, and I'll come with y'all.
Poor thing. He got stood up and I elbows.
Oh God! You know those
He
ribs
goes
were
in-
broken once, right? Stop doing that.
Better than zapping you, I think.
I don't know.
Detective Hendrick returns from Sangster's office. He's got the case file and he's got the keys. He goes, "All right, right this way. You guys want to go check out the magic shop, right?"
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right, come on. I'll lead you guys there. As he starts leading you out the way, whatnot, and he mentions out to the desk sergeant, like, "Sign me out. I'll be back after this." Desk sergeant waves. Starts walking the streets with y'all and says, "Hey, you guys were the original suspects. It's been what, like 2 years, 5 months?"
Hey, who's counting? You know.
They are.
Also, yes, it's been 2 years, 5 months.
Also
Really perplexed the law mages. I tell you what, had them pretty nervous that the precogs were failing. Thought maybe that the 300, and he starts throwing his hands up in the air, the ones that's not carrying his free hand, wiggles his fingers. He's like, they thought the Magic Alliance was falling, and there was going to be anarchy in Gateway, and war was going to be on our doorsteps. Here
Jesus.
we are. And he looks back at Char. No murders again. Really weird. Really suspicious. And then they started going into their little conclave, started thinking about what the loopholes were, and started figuring out mitigation practices, making our he points to his little sheriff's badge, and he goes, "Making our lives even harder."
Jesus
Mm.
Christ, I'm sorry, buddy.
You
It's
know
not
what it takes
driving.
to do a background check now on the trainees?
I don't know.
I'll
A
$7
solid
bucks.
amount of work that you need to do anyway.
amount of work, magical
be mean.
components, magical
Not being
chalk to draw
mean.
the zone of truth, extensive investigation on your family, where you came from. It's a whole mess. They're talking about standing up a whole office just for that. Anyways, here we are, as that in complete time made the travel whip by. You want to go through the back door, front door? How do you want to do this? You want to check around the digs on the front? You want to check the roof?
Do the back, but I can already tell this man leaves his cack in the machine when he goes to the bathroom.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Detective comes around, takes a key out, unlocks the back door to the office, opens it up, gives you guys the first glow.
I point out the footprints really quick to him, the old ones, if he can see them, and then moves straight to that writing desk or
He
straight
puts
to that
up
roll
his
top.
he puts up his spectacles. He snaps his fingers and taps the side of it, and you can see this blue line zip out and circle both lenses as it starts this blue field starts falling away off of it from whatever magical effect that he just turned on. He goes, "Oh yeah, size 13, male, regular
A neat
cobbler
trick.
work." He looks at you. He goes, well, after a while, when you make enough money, you start to get tools to help the job go a little easier. Helps with the success rate.
You're investing. It's good.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the petty crimes that happen when people can't get away with all the worst crime.
Hmm. I suppose so. Anyway, this.
Do you think this is the perpetrator's footsteps?
Maybe. I don't know whose they are.
Mm.
But what else I did also find, and I pushed that same part of the roll top that started to make it it moved? It shuffled to the side, right?
CMD.
What am I thinking of?
Welcome
stupid?
back for 20 months.
Yes, but I don't
Okay.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no worries.
It opened to that compartment, yeah.
Okay. So I hit that and opened the compartment.
And we find it
And if you could
empty.
possibly regale me with what's in the compartment.
You find it empty. And the detective looks at it and goes, huh. He opens up the file he's got and he goes through it and he says, I guess the crime scene investigators didn't find that drawer. And he looks and he goes, what do you think was in it?
I don't know. And then I push open the false bottom to it.
Ah. You push out the false bottom. A ledger falls out.
I open the roll top and put the ledger down on top of it and kind of have everyone come look at it as I flip through it.
Who here can read a bizzle?
I mean, I can try.
One
No.
guy who's probably not here, I think.
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, it's Sylvan. Sylvan
do you
and
speak
Draconic.
Abyssal?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an Alex thing.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
speak ringy dingy?
And he's got the helm. Fuck.
Yep.
Yep.
You just had to leave. I've been there.
Well, I mean, we can hold on to this, but well, unless they want it.
Wait, you said the
Ye-
footprint was size 13. What size shoe was the person that worked here that passed on?
The detective looks at his notes. I got him down as a size 6.
All right, well,
Can I quick look
Wasn't
at the
the
size of
deputy.
the detective's feet?
Detective's got size 8.
so
It's got small feet.
not big enough.
There were several other buttons, right? That I want to point out to the group and see. This is the testing phase now, Rob. I'm going to start pushing buttons.
Give me an investigations check. Your search
Whoa.
of the contraption of this
That's a
roll
good roll.
top desks yields 2 more compartments. One with arcane chalk, and another one with. Let's see if I've got it prepared.
Like, I'm not going crazy, right? There was movement, or like movement marks in the dust where this desk could move to, right?
No.
No, okay, I'm crazy.
Plus bottoms.
Yes.
I can't find it, but essentially you get a quill
Uh,
and ink bottle, and it's one where you can write out a message, and then you can say the command word, and the message vanishes. And then when somebody's reading, has the parchment, they can say a different command word, and it would reveal the writing. Afterwards, it would self-erase.
Okay.
I thought I had the magic item prepared, but I guess not. I'll have to find it.
Prim, does this symbol mean anything to you? I'm not really magically inclined.
powder. What is it? I'd take a look.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, not a candle. Chalk. Arcane chalk.
Right, but last time we were here, you guys mentioned that there was candles, but I did miss the arcane chalk. Arcane chalk.
The symbol. So everything. The script of the ledger, which you can see it's written in a script, and then there are indeed numbers and values next to it, is in abyssal. There are no symbols though.
Talk about the. I'm asking Prim if she can decipher the chalk symbol.
No, it's the chalk. It's the physical chalk you would use to draw.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant it like a drawn symbol. Okay.
Nope. It was
No.
like a piece of chalk sitting in a compartment.
Okay. Then I don't know. We can decipher this ledger, but it looks. That's all I've found. But it's weird that the steps only lead in, right? Not out. They just lead to this desk and fucking stop.
As the dwarf looks, as the human looks and looks back at the steps and goes, like they came in and then teleported out.
I mean,
Hmm.
did they? Is that like your professional opinion, or are you guessing?
I mean, it's
what
an
I can
educated
see with
guess.
this evidence of footprints coming in and not leading. As he like double checks that they don't lead out to like the other door and go to the front of the shop, he says, "Clearly, it came in through the back.
I look at the other two roads.
Good, right
and say,
here."
Like, maybe I look at the other two rogues and go like, in my world, like if prints lead into one place, there's usually like
I
a
don't have to
hidden
touch
door
magic
or
right now.
something where they leave off. Like people don't usually just disappear.
Hmm.
So I mean, if you think they've teleported out, like I can see some equipment here for that, but that's beyond my like realm of capability.
If they teleported out, that wouldn't leave this yellow powder, right? Or do you think that they went to a demonic plane, considering the sulfur smell?
Detective considers this. He goes, "Well, if you're talking about yellow powder and sulfur, demonic is definitely the subject that comes to mind with that. So if we're dealing with somebody with power, you have any one of the spells that allow you to transport away that's possibly within their realm. Teleportation, the magical door trick. There's even
classic. No magical door trick.
Oh yeah, it's that one mage trick where you can walk through a door and be 200 feet away or something from your location.
Classic.
Was there
Classic
anything
look.
missing? This is a magic shop, so was there anything missing from his inventory?
No, we balanced his books as he puts shows you the case file. He goes, we balanced his books that we saw. Every item that he had sold and had purchased up until that point, he had everything accounted for in his desk. This ledger, that chalk, and that quill and ink are new entries. If you don't mind, I'm going to add that. I will have to get one of the abyssal experts from the library to come and transcribe this whole ledger.
Hmm.
At the time of when you all came and made the purchase for the magical walk, had you had any run-ins with demons of any kind at this point?
At this point,
We've dealt with
No.
demons.
But
after
not,
this, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Like, up to when this crime happened? No.
Correct.
After that, yes.
You were all the very last customers, and then he was found dead that night, so if we're finding evidence that demons were probably at foot, would you have any reason to believe that a demon would want to frame you for this murder?
The Death Cult has been using demons to empower their weapons, but we haven't been targeted by any demons
we-
themselves.
But were we involved in that, like, on our first trip to Gateway?
Oh, I wasn't here with you guys
No.
for that murder issue.
Yeah, no, that wasn't us.
So, like, pre-Prim, we had nothing to do with demons.
Yeah.
And the detective flips to the front of the notebook and says, so this magical walk that, and he flips up another piece of paper, that you no longer have possession and is at the bottom of the ocean, it wasn't put there because of demon interaction after the fact?
No, that was Sahagan.
Yeah, those were Sahagan.
All right. And no other run-ins with these demons you've had since the fact had alluded to anything of this sort, or...
Oh, since this, absolutely. They'd have motive out the wazoo.
But not here in Gateway. We haven't
we'd never-
interacted with any of the Death Cult issues in Gateway. I would hope they would know better considering the angels.
And then we
I hope so,
fucked
too.
them up at every turn.
Yeah.
And by fucking them up at every turn, have you completely dealt with them that you are no longer being haunted by these same demons?
No.
Well, I'm going to make that an entry. So we're possibly dealing with another demon that perhaps is wanted to frame you, at least what we believe, but demonic presence on this poor soul. A possible demon able to break through and not be caught by the precrogs and wish harm, ill will and harm upon a citizen of Deergun, or any citizen of Gateway. Oh, I misspoke there. Gateway, obviously. I will have to probably bring this up and figure out if the law mages figured out any loopholes that include the use of demons, and that could possibly be our next lead. Do you want to accompany me to the Law Mage Academy, or should I follow up with you on a later date?
I don't mind. Do you guys want to go, or?
I want to know what's in the ledger. I don't speak Abyssal.
Well, I will collect these things real quick in evidence as you see him fold up his spectacles. The blue phasing magic from it fades away, and as he folds it up, he uses it as a focus and wand and casts a real quick incantation, and he does a rope trick and sends all 3 items into his little rope trick extra dimension.
That sounds cool.
And goes, all right, let's head to the academy.
Yeah, lead the way.
As you guys leave and he locks up, I need everybody to give me a perceptions check.
Okay.
I wish to perceive.
My
Perception.
Lousy shit.
It's not the worst.
I can see why kids like the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ugh.
Anybody who scored above a 22 notices that from a rooftop over, you are being watched.
Look. Oh, I didn't see anything.
We didn't see it. Just late. Oh shit!
Let's find out next time.
No! God damn it! Goddamn
Dragon
cliffhangers.
Ball Z.
No, she's pretty. I want to know what the hell that is.
Oh, you guys saw that? Okay.
Well, no, we out of.
No, I
Character
didn't know
didn't
if
see.
Rob had actually sent what the thing was to you guys or not.
She's hot.
Oh no! She's
Hell
hot.
yeah. She wants the hot ween.
Huh.
And only Slate Caesar, you lucky bastard.
I don't know if I can make out facial features from this distance.
You don't have to.
With a 31, maybe
eyes.
you can.
I don't have fucking eagle eyes, shit.
Yeah,
Well,
or
now
so
you
Norris.
do.
I just look upwards.
Oh, 15 years.
Alright, well. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
GG.
Fuck.
Another
money.
successful
Yeah.
role play.
Good
done.
on everybody.
Don't know who just left, but XP's in the chat.
Hell yeah. I gotta put that in.
Oh, that's what I've been forgetting to add.
What? I'm
Oh,
starting
sweet.
to
Level
have
15. Nice.
What?
I'm kidding.
48.
Yeah, I'm dealing with this fucking major right now. He's absolutely
6,
insane.
2, 3, 4. Oh, let's see.
What's
Well,
what level are we at? 11?
it depends on the experience point number. Because I'm at level 13, so I've only missed like one since I joined up. But they also started before me, so I don't know. Okay. That was fun. CMD, please get some sleep. I know you can't sleep right now, but like I hope you
Pretty cool.
can fall asleep earlier. Get some rest, please. For everybody else, thanks for joining us. More D&D next week. We left on a cliffhanger with the hot agent of Rial. I'm upset. I want to know who the fuck that is. I want to know about why there's signs of demonic rituals. I want to know. I hate this. Hopefully I don't have to add to my list, but I might. And then next week, are we doing Thursday or Wednesday next week? Is it
Thursday next week.
Thursday? Okay.
Noted.
See you
I
guys
will
then.
actually be able to make it. Bye bye.
Hell yeah. Bye bye.
Good
night, everybody.
everybody.
I love them. Okay. Thursday next week. Have a great night, everybody. See you then. Bye.